How's it going, everybody? There we go. That's the energy I want. There we go. Just want to give a huge shout out to all the performers that came here before me. Unfortunately, I got here a little late. I only saw Trevor's and Trey, sorry. Saw them performing, and they sounded really good. And I'm sure everybody else that came before them sounded just as amazing. So, with that being said, my name is Hector de León from Corpus Christi, Texas. Tejano jazz guitar player. Tú sabes, señor. And, yes, sir, puro Tejano. And I'm going to start this off with a free improv. I was a student at the University of North Texas Jazz Studies program, and so jazz is my thing. And but you won't be hearing a lot of that. You'll be hearing my story today. But this is a free improv called Soy Tejano. Soy Tejano. This is called Latin frustration. Soy Tejano. Soy Tejano. Soy Tejano. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have known about this, and if you don't, well, now you're gonna find out what this is gonna be about. So, I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, and music for me has been a very emotional thing. Like I've never been able to live life and understand emotions without my music, or just music in general. So, being given this platform today, I decided to tell my story through music. So, my story being everything that has gotten me to where I'm at right now, and every musical moment that I can recall where I've wept while playing my guitar. So, or first time I realized really that what music was, or at least, when I was a young kid, I had my great-grandfather pass away. His name was Filiberto Martinez. And, I was very young, very, very young. And I didn't know much about him, like I just knew, he was my great-grandfather on my mom's side, and we would go visit my family all the time. Every Sunday, we would go to church, and then we'd get pan dulce right after. And then right after that, we'd go to my grandma's house, and we'd eat the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life. And so he was there, Then he passed, and my sister sang this song at his funeral. And I just remember not knowing what death was at the time, but knowing that this song that was happening right then and there, like that's what it is, like that's what's going on right now. I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know, you couldn't tell me, yeah, your grandpa just died, dude. I was so young. I just remembered this song, Amor, Eterno, by Rocío, Dúrcal. And so, with that too, this is Amor Eterno. I also just learned this week, so don't flame me. Tú eres la tristeza de mis ojos, que lloran en silencio por tu amor. Te miro en el espejo y veo en mi rostro el tiempo que he sufrido por tu adiós. Obligo a que te olvide al pensamiento, pues siempre estoy pensando en el ayer. Prefiero estar con dormida que despierta, de tanto que me duelo que no estás. Como quisiera que tú vivieras, que tus ojitos jamás se vieron estar mirándolos. Amor eterno, inolvidable, tarde o temprano, estar contigo para seguir amándote. cerrado nunca. Están mirándolo. Amor eterno, olvidable. Tarde o temprano estar conmigo para seguir amar. So there's that. But getting back to the story. So again, music has been part of me my whole life, and the next song that I chose is called "I Miss You" by Blink-182. I know, right? Right. Let's give it up for shout out Tom DeLonge. And I chose this song because I had a very toxic relationship in high school, but her and I, we've gone our separate ways and made peace since then, but such is life, But during that time, I listened to this song like constantly, and it helped me a lot, like that. The lyric says like, you're already the voice inside my head, like that whole little thing, And I guess I've kind of always felt this kind of anxiety, different thing about me that, I'm not just a regular, normal person. I mean, I am a regular person, but like mental health, I live with that. You know what I'm saying? And so when I turned 21, after I came here to UNT, I got diagnosed with OCD and anxiety and, that whole laundry list of stuff. And such is life, you know what I'm saying? You can't really go about that and just like let that be what it is, But it's looking back, I realized, I was like, man, maybe I was kind of like living with that stuff, like even then, because this song kind of encapsulates that whole thought process of being in a thought loop. And at least from my experience, that's what OCD has been. So this is I Miss You. Hello there, the angel from my nightmare, shadow in the background of the morn, the unsuspecting victim of darkness in the valley. We can live like Jack and Sally if we want. You can always find me. We'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. Wish this never ends. Miss you, miss you. Miss you, miss you. And here comes the part that's a meme. Here we go. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep, cannot dream tonight. I need somebody and always. This sick, strange darkness comes creeping on, so haunting every time. And as I stared, I counted the webs from all the spiders, catching things and eating their insides. Like indecision to call you and hear your voice of treason. Will you come home and stop this pain tonight? Stop this pain too. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. You know this part. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the feed me, feed me, feed me. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Feed me, feed me, feed me. Don't waste your time on me. You're already voice inside my head. Miss you, miss you. Miss you, miss you. part again. Give me, feed me, feed me, feed me. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Louder, louder, louder. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. One more time. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Miss you, miss you. Miss you, miss you. Miss you, miss you. Yes. So we like to do that little, thank you. We like to do that little DJ fade out, you know, but it's a trick, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so, now here's probably the saddest part of the story. Am I allowed to curse here? I can curse? All right, fuck yeah. So, check this shit out. So, in November 2019, my father, also named Hector de León Sr., was going in to get a gastric bypass surgery, right? And, you know, he was on a weight loss journey too, and he was doing his thing, and he was like, you know what, let me get this done, you know? And so he went into get the procedure done, and for whatever reason, we suspect malpractice, but we don't know. He came out with a stroke that fully disabled him. And it was a tough time to live, I will say, because it was November 2019, and he was hospitalized and in rehab from November to about mid-January 2020. So if you're paying attention to the timeline, January 2020 is when my dad finally came home. And, you know, we spent November and December, Christmas and Thanksgiving without my parents. And it was a rough time, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just a rough time. But such is life. And so my dad came home back in January 2020. And then the old pandemic hit. And it just, you know, that was just like one opravacho, another pravacho, and then in February 2021, my grandpa caught COVID, and he died alone in an ICU. But again, such is life. It was that time when I first genuinely thought about unaliving myself. Like, genuinely, I sat in my car at my house and I was like, this shit sucks, dude. You know, like, this shit is not what it's about, man. And, but then I got into the University of North Texas Jazz program, and I was like, yes, thank you. And I was like, you know, maybe I need to do something with this. So, but while my dad was in rehab, my mom, she came into my room one time when I was playing my guitar, like I always do, and she asked me to play this song called Landslide by Stevie Nicks. And that time, like, my mom and I, we both were singing it, and we both started crying because, you know, the lyrics was like, I'm afraid of changing because I've built my life around you, you know? So with that being said, this is Landslide. Took my love, took it down.
I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, and the landslide brought it down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child in my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Well, time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. Afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Well, time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. Took my took it down, climbed a mountain, turn it around. If you see my reflection, snow-covered hills, the landslide brought it down.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now next to the next chapter of sadness. So, it's not that way anymore. I'm taking care of myself, you know, but sometimes. So, after having that OCD diagnosis and also choosing to live this life of a musician, which I've been finding it's hard, man, you know, but again, such is life. I've been living my life already with this like constant fear of being alone for the rest of my life, which I feel, you know, most people can resonate with that, you know. But, you know, through therapy, I've gotten better at weeding people out who are just here for the hang, you know, but understanding that does not make it easier, you know. If anything, it makes the loneliness more visible, you know, So living with OCD and anxiety and depression and all that stuff, it's like, and also wanting to be a full-time musician makes romantic relationships almost impossible. You know, because I live already an unstable life as a musician, on top of living another unstable life with my mental health. So it's a struggle. But this song It's called My Ideal. It was written by Richard Whiting. This is probably the only jazz you're going to hear from me today. You gotta pay for that. No, I'm just kidding. So this is My Ideal, and just listen to the lyrics. It really tells you everything. So.
Long ago, my heart and mind got together and designed the wonderful boy for me. Oh, what a fantasy! Though the idol of my heart can't be ordered a la carte, I wonder if she would be always a fantasy. Will I ever find the girl in my mind, the one who is my ideal? Maybe she's a dream, and yet she might be just around the corner, waiting for me. Will I recognize the light in her eyes, the light that no other eyes reveal? Or will I pass her by and never even know that she was mine ideal? Will I ever find the girl in my mind, the one who is my ideal? Maybe he's a dream, and yet he might be just around the corner, waiting for me. Will I recognize the light in her eyes, the light that no other eyes reveal? Or will I pass her by and never even know that she was mine? I do.
Next chapter of sadness. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. This one's actually kind of happy, but also, you know, everything in life has a tinge of sadness if you look at it that way. But, so, this is the most recent, one of the most recent ones. I'm a Tejano, okay? And so what that means is I can trace my family roots back to before Texas was a part of the United States and before it was Texas. And growing up in Corpus Christi, you know, Tejano music is like everywhere. Like, if you've never been to South Texas, I know Trey here knows what's up because he's from the Valley, but like, you know, it's everywhere, dude. Like, you can't escape it, you know? And it's cool, you know, but it's like I never really understood why. I remember listening to that music when I was going to church with my dad. Every Sunday with our family, we'd go to church, right? And it would always be on in the car, in the background of my life. Very similar to how gospel and R&B is to Black Americans, which is a new thing that I've been connecting with actually as well. So, but I've started like peeling back the layers like an onion. I'm an ogre. No, I'm just kidding. That was a Shrek joke. Anybody got it? But I already started peeling back what it means to be a Tejano and what it really means. And really what it means is mi estado ya no existe, you know? That's what it is, you know? And, you know, South Texas and North Texas are like two different kinds of, like, there really should be two states if you ask me. Well, maybe, we don't have to get into that. But back home in Corpus, it's like the food is banging, man. Like, breakfast tacos were the thing. Like, carne guisada and cheese tacos, man. Trey, are you hip? You're hip. He's hip. Literally, carne guisada and cheese. If you ever find yourself in South Texas, try it. You're not going to be disappointed. Unless you don't like meat, then, well, frijoles and huevos, all right? So, what was it? Dude, barbacoa too, man. Holy crap. Yeah, dude. Oh. You can still find that up here, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's the carne guisada. It's like, that's like a truly Tejano thing when you think about it, you know? And, but that's something I wanted everybody here to understand. Is like where I come from and where Trey comes from, it's like Mexican is the majority. And for however you feel about that is how you feel about that. But I didn't know what it was like to be a minority until I moved over here. I grew up 21 years of my life in Corpus Christi, surrounded by people who looked like me. And I owe a lot to my sister, Crystal Martinez. And I was on a phone call with her, and I remember telling her how I was feeling. I was like, Crystal, it's like I'm a minority, Crystal. I was like, this is crazy, you know? Like, I was like, oh my God, you know? And then she says to me, she's like, welcome to America, Junior. And I was like, wow. So, but she showed me everything I know and how to navigate a world that was not built for me and other people who look like me, but it's land that was ours. And with that being said, I've started learning more Tejano music, norteño, Mexican regional stuff. And there was one night where I was playing this song in particular, and I just started crying, just weeping, like ugly crying, you know, and it was good. Like, it wasn't like, oh no, what the, it was like a realization that I'm doing what I was supposed to be doing right now with my music, and that is spreading the good word of the Tejanos to the public, you know. And so you may have heard this song on TikTok. You know, there's a bunch of videos of like Mexicanos picking, doing stuff on a farm, and you just hear this song in the background. So this is called Desvelado by Bobby Pulido.
Será que yo encontré una voz de ternura que me llena de placer. Cuando la oiga hablar, con ella me enamoré. Que nunca la conocí, sueño en su querer. En sus brazos quiero dormir, escucho cada día la radio, seguro que la voy a oír. Por el cielo busco mi estrella, a la luna quiero subir, voy desvelado por estas calles esperando encontrar a esa voz de ángel que quiero amar. Te andará, voy desvelado, mi deseo no me deja descansar. Aquí despierto no me pongo a llorar, yo seguiré desvelado y sin amor.
I had to learn how to play cumbia on guitar just so I could do this. I haven't found anybody else on the internet mixing it with jazz like this. Now this is DKC, same changes.
Llevo varias noches pisteándome dolor, rogándole a Dios que me devuelva tu amor. Bebé, ya desbloquea mis llamadas, que quiero hablarte. Solo dame un minuto para explicarte que largué, me equivoqué, perdóname. No lo vuelvo a hacer porque tengo varias noches sin dormir. Mi cama se quedó con el olor a ti. Yo te extraño, si me extrañas. Tanto que yo hice por ti, es que tengo varias noches sin dormir. Baile, baile, mi cama se quedó con el olor a ti. Yo te extraño, si me extrañas. Por favor dime que sí, di que sí. Please say yes. Porfa di que sí. Porfa di que sí.
Thank you. So that's actually a melody that I've been working on with my trio. Fun fact, we just got laid off. That's another question. Come up to me and talk to me about that. But so our last gig at the cigar shop that we're playing at is actually this Sunday. We've been playing there I've been playing there for the past 2 years. But with my trio, we've been playing there since every Sunday since like March. And that became my full-time gig, and such is life, though, you know. So this next song is a powerful song, and A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. It's gonna be my last song, and so I started playing this song with my last duo partner. Her name was Sunny Doll. She's off doing her own thing now, and I'm doing my own thing, and it's pretty cool, you know, that we've both carved our own paths, you know. But the reason I'm playing this song is because on April 11th, in the afternoon, I went to an event in the lot behind Eastside, and I heard a racial slur that was not in an endearing way from another Mexicano. So, as a Mexicano, you know, we call each other frijoleros, beaners, but we're, you know, see, Trey just laughed. It's like, it's funny for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. But when it comes from a white person who's saying it with hate, it's not funny. It's not. And so I'm not naming anybody's names of anything. I'm just telling you the location of where it was, and you can do your own research if you care. I just know that what I heard, you know, when I heard that word, my ears like a little dog, just like, what did I just hear? You know? And I remember getting on a phone call with my mom, and like, I was just like angry, just pure anger. And such is life, though, you know? And I know I've said that probably 10 times this set, but if there's anything you take away from this, c'est la vie. So, the next day after that happened, you have a nice day, Miss Allie. And I went to the gym the next day. And after I got on the phone call with my mom, you know, angry, whatever it is, you know, just venting, really. Went to the gym, did the thing. If you don't know, I've been on a weight loss journey for the past 2 years, and just been building muscle and losing weight. So it's kind of cool, but it's also, you know, its own thing, you know. But then I came to my gig at Casa de Monte Cristo, the one where my last set is going to be this Sunday. So if you guys are ever wanting to hear that, this Sunday is going to be the last time. So I talked to a regular there. He's an older black man. And if you don't know anything about the cigar shop, it's a very diverse group of people there. Predominantly black, but there's Latin Americans, white Americans. I'm sure there's a Native American. I could have asked around, you know. But, you know, it's beautiful, man, you know, and it's the way in my opinion, we should be, you know. So he came up to me and I told him exactly what happened. You know, I didn't filter anything. I was just pissed off with the fact that I heard somebody say beaner who wasn't a beaner. And he didn't need me to be like, oh, and they did this and that, and like, I didn't need to over explain it. I didn't need to be like, yeah, you know, this is what happened, man, and please believe me, you know, like, he just knew. Like, he was just like, that's not right. That's not okay. And that's not allowed. That's what allows this cycle of racism to continue. And then I also spoke with another regular the same night and talked to him about my dad, and my dad would tell me stories about him getting picked on for being brown. And my grandpa literally experiencing systemic racism from the police. And, you know, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, Dad, why are you telling me this stuff? You know, like, God, this is so sad, you know, and scary, man. But then this regular, he told me that, it's like my dad, he wasn't telling me that to scare me or to make me not want to do anything or to be afraid. He was telling me, so he was preparing me for the world that I was going to be living in. That hit, man. That hit. That was it, And then another regular asked me, she was like, how are you doing? And I know that, people talk, and I knew she knew what was up, and I just gave her a hug, and it's like there was just an understanding, that that word said by anybody that
I was born on a river in a little tent, oh, and just by the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard to feeling, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. And I go to the movie, and I go downtown. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother, and I say, brother, help me please. And then he winds up back down on my knees. There have been times that I thought I wouldn't last for long, but now I'm here to carry on. It's been a long time running, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will.
So that's who I am. My name is Hector de León, Tejano jazz guitar player from Corpus Christi, Texas. And thank you, Trey. Thank you, 13. And yeah. Wait, sorry, forgot. I had talking points, by the way. I didn't just, that'd be sick if I just was like, but I had talking points here. So, I'm a Mexican, I'm a Tejano, but I'm a Mexican / Tejano that just chose not to conform into American culture. Thank you. And that has made some people very uncomfortable for some reason. We know why. Especially because I can run circles around some people on my guitar. Yes, it is a big thing. Thank you. So music has been my therapy for a very long time. Before I actually started going to therapy when I moved here, it's helped me understand my emotions in like their most viva la raza, viva la raza. It's helped me understand my emotions before I had words to describe them. But now I understand emotions very clearly. This whole set, that's what it's been about, you know? It's just making people feel the emotions that I feel when I hear music. So, I know it's 6:05, but do y'all want to hear one more? Oh, shit. Yes, ma'am. This is going to be I Wish by Stevie Wonder. Oh, shit, I didn't pull the lyrics. Hold up. Oh, by the way, so I did get laid off, so I would greatly appreciate any monetary compensation for this. That's all I'm going to say. I did get laid off, so things are going to get tough for me. But such is life. So this is I Wish, hope that doesn't fall, by the great Stevie Wonder.
Looking back on when I was a little greasy-headed boy, then my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy. Even though it's sometimes when I get a thing, we were happy with the joy that the day would bring. Smoking cigarettes and writing something nasty on the wall. Greeted at the back door with, boy, I thought I told you not to go outside. Trying your best to bring the water to your eyes, thinking it might stop her whipping your behind. I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more, 'cause I love them so. I'm playing some music for you at the Verse House. Brother said he's telling about you playing doctor with that girl. Teacher sent you to the Christmas office down the hall. Mama gives you money for Sunday school. You trade yours for candy after church is through. It's cigarettes. Switched up the lyrics. Teacher sends you to the principal's office down the hall. You grow up and learn that kind of thing right. But while you were doing it, shuffling out of sight. I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more, 'cause I love them so. Brother said he's telling about you playing doctor with that girl. Just don't tell him I'll give anything you want in this whole wide world. Smoking cigarettes and writing something nasty on the wall. Teacher sent you to the principal's office down the hall. You grow up and learn that kind of thing ain't right. But while you were doing it, shuffled out of sight. I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more. 'Cause I love them so. Everybody here have a good night.
I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for being here. None of that, Troy. None of that. And it's been a pleasure, and you guys have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.